What's going on, guys? So we got hopefully a quick case study today. It is I believe it's 2016 MKX. All right, that Lincoln truck SUV. Customer complained the car was overheating. I came in there, look at the code. I think it was P0217. So the customer told me the car has been running for 20 minutes and everything seems to be okay. So I decided anyway to just do my due diligence. So I came in here trying to do some actuation tests, namely for the fan motor or the cooling fan. I'm trying to turn it on. So right now I'm in the active mode. Let's listen to the fuse box when I do this. You're gonna hear the relay click. It's on now. So the relay is clicking. So a command is being sent, but yet nothing is happening there. The fans are not moving at all. And this fan looks brand new, by the way. This vehicle is so tight in terms of space. I'm not sure how to even, what is it, 6-cylinder or 4-cylinder? Okay, that's a two-bank engine, so maybe a 6-cylinder engine, EcoBoost 2.7. Like I said, not much room here to even do anything. So I'm just going to put my test light on what I think is going to be the feed and take it from there. I've tested both the high-speed fan and the low-speed fan. I think they got different relays. It's not a fan module that I can see, but I can hear the relay click. But no actuations in either position. So I'm inclining towards a bad fan, but we just got to prove it that the wiring is still good. Once the wiring is proven to be good, we're getting the power and ground at the fan. I think after that we're just gonna call it that. So I'm gonna remove this area here to expose the connectors, and we're gonna go back probe that and just give it a command and see what's going on. Alright, so far I've put up some of my tools. I have my scope, and I scope all 4 wires on what looks like to get it's going to be the feed and the ground to the fans based upon the relay. So I guess these two on this side is going to be ground and power for maybe the high-speed side, and the other side is going to be ground and power for the low side, or one for the condenser, one for the engine, for the radiator. Anyhow, so I have nothing coming out of here. So now I went on the other side, which is the fan side, and I put power and ground, and I have this fan, at least that side, was working properly. The fan was turning. So I know the fan is good. What I'm having is a feed problem. Now, the fact that I can actuate it with my tool and I can hear the relay click, right? But then when I go in here and put my test light, I have nothing at all. Tells me that either I have a bad relay or I have an open in this wire. One of the two situations. Either a bad relay or I have an open in this wire. Okay, so first thing first, of course, we got to be diligent. I'm not going to assume that the relay is good just because it's clicking, even though on 2 different modes the relay, see, this is what I hate about Fords. Ford never put any type of documentation about the relays. You don't know what's what. You don't know. This is just from, it's just crap, man. Just make life so much harder for no. Anyway, let me not even curse. Anyhow, so that's where I'm at. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna actuate it so I can locate which relay is clicking as I'm actuating. So I know this is the relay. I'm gonna switch it with another known good relay, and I'm gonna see from there. If I still have no power, then I gotta open up this wiring harness and chase some type of cut in the wires or something. What's up, guys? So I basically track the wires all the way up to the fuse box and back probe the wires that I know are suspect, which are the 3 wires here, the old brown wire, the yellow with the orange trace wire right here, and the violet with the light blue tracer right here. So those are the 3 wires we can see right here at the right there. So and I check for continuity just to make sure that those are the wires here. So they come to this connector, which that connector is going to be plugged in right here, and I back probe all the way to the connector, and I'm still not getting any power. Which means if my diagnosis is true and logical, which means that you're supposed, well, when the relay is clicking, usually it's because you have power to the relay, right? So when I make an actuation test, I'm thinking the fuse is good because I hear the relay click. Once the relay click, it should send the power from the pin, whatever pin that you is going to the function of the fan that you require or you requested to be on. So, but like I said, all the way up until this fuse box, there's nothing coming out of here. So to me, I think we need a new fuse box. That's what it comes down to. And now whatever's going on inside of that fuse box, meaning in terms of these pin fitment, I checked the pin drag on the connector head there. Like I said, everything seems fine. So this is basically where we are. Fuse box needs to be replaced because I cannot even open it up in order for me to gain access inside of it and see what I can find. You know, doesn't look like it opens up. And even if it did, I'm not messing with that. I'm just going to stop here, and customer going to have to decide what they want to do. And this is where due diligence was pay off. You know, I hate these type of fuses, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Because you really can't look at it and tell. So I decided, just since I'm already here, to check all of the 40 amperes, because usually the fan is going to be around 40 amp or more, usually. And I checked this one for continuity. I see nothing. So I break the glass, or I took it off. What do I see? Freaking blown. I think this is going to be a problem. And I'm going to go source out a 40 amperes to stick in there, and we're going to put it back together, see what we get. Alright, so we're going to see if it works or not. I just basically put it back together, just kind of excited. Hopefully that was it. High controls. Let's see. Let's turn the fan on. Yes! Woo! Oh. Alright, let's go to low speed. Oh my goodness. That was sweet. On. Alright, low speed is still not working, but the high speed fan is working. So now I gotta go check for another fuse that might be blown, I guess. That was not the only one. So let me remove that. Escape. Just go back to the high speed. Just make sure this wasn't a fluke. Damn. Okay, we got it going. Yes, this works, no doubt. Alright, so that's a fix. Now we gotta go check the sand fuses to see which other fuse is blown and take it from there. What do you know? It's right next to it. This is for the high speed fan, this is for the low speed. I can see actually through the glass on this one that is blown. Where is it? Right there. I don't know if it'll focus enough to let you guys see. But anyway, let me take it out. This one is blown too. So that's the other 40 ampere. But you know, like you said, look at, I don't have those low profile 40 amperes. So, but this is just going to do for now. Customer going to have to get himself some of those. And I should be back. Not sure why they blew. Maybe during the process of removing the old fan, because it's a salvage vehicle. They were working on the front here. They replaced the entire radiator, condenser, and all that stuff. So maybe wires was dangling or something happened. I don't know. But long story short, thank God. Alright, so put it back together temporarily. Let's just now try the low speed fan. Right there. We don't need no data. Let me go. I think the car is off. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Let's see where we are. Alright, fan low. Cancel for data. Alright, on. Yes! Both of them on. Oh my God. Woohoo! Excited. Alright, so that's problem solved, thank God. So move on to the next issue. He still wants me to replace also the control arms. So that's what I'm getting ready to do next. But that was an interesting diagnosis. I think what threw me off is the fact that I'm hearing the relay click, and in my mind, because I don't have a schematic, it goes from the fuse to the relay, from the relay to the load. But in this case, you can see it may go through a smaller fuse to the relay to a bigger fuse, which is the 40 amp, then to the load. So just, you know, FYI, not for the professionals, of course. I'm talking to people like, you know, intermediate and people who are DIYers. Beware, not all the circuit design go like that. You know, like usually you taught, you go from a fuse to a relay to the load. But this one goes from either the fuse or the computer, still by a fuse, but fuse to relay to bigger fuse to load. And that's what kind of threw me off. If I had it already known like a schematic, then I would have went straight for the fuse back to check those fuses underneath. But unfortunately, without a schematic, sometimes you got to go through this harder process. But the end result is the same. I've been here, what time is it now? I can't tell, I'm using my phone. But I feel like I've been here for about an hour, hour and a half. Problem is solved, and that's most important. Let's turn this off now. If I have an M clamp, I would have checked the current on this wire just to make sure that the fan is actually good. It's not drawing too much amp. Just to try to figure out what could have been the reason why it blew the fuses. But I believe it's just part of the accident maybe, or something happened then. Now the dilemma of how we're going to close this off. I can't, because again the fuses are too long, so I'm going to have to lay this and let the customer know what they want to do. They decide. If you want to go get the 40 amperes low profile, go ahead and do it. And you can replace it at your own leisure. Me, I'm gonna go now and close out this video. If something is interesting about the control arm / whatever else I gotta do here, then I'll try to show it. If not, oh well, that was it. Alright, here goes the control arm. I thought it was gonna be a lot harder than I anticipated, but came out pretty okay. I'm not sure what it, oh yeah, well, the ball joint is not bad. That's not bad. Quite frankly, I'm not even sure why they're replacing this. There's nothing wrong with it. Really, I'm not even sure. I don't see anything wrong with that. Maybe the oil came out a little bit. You know, the grease, not oil. Would there be enough reason to replace it? If you want to. This is not going to solve the noise that it was hearing. I don't know. They say he heard some noise here. I didn't diagnose the car. They just paid me to replace the control arm. But basically, what you got to do is here. You're going to have a 24mm bolt, long bolt, big ass bolt like that. Alright, that's that. Then you got the 2 bolts right there that's going to go on the side, right, from the bottom. So you will have to remove some of the shielding at the bottom, 2 8mm screws. Then you can fold the shield out of your way, as I did right there. Then you're going to have to remove the sway bar from either this side or that side, but this side is more accessible. Why? Because this also serves as the bolt for the sway bar itself. The 2 bolts that's going inside of here are going to also secure the sway bar. So this is sitting between the subframe and the sway bar, basically sway bar bracket. So once you remove the sway bar, then you can move that up a little bit, as you see right there. See that? And then of course you remove the 18mm pinch bolt. You can kind of hold it with a 15 if it spins on you, and that's about it, man. And just, you know, wiggle it out. I had a pry bar sitting over here just prying down, and it's not even that hard. So usually this pinch bolt is really tight and you got to be fighting with it, but this one came without much of a fight. So yeah, we're going to see what they want. I mean, I'm going to put the new one in, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. This is not to the point where it will cause some problems. I mean, I don't think. I could be wrong. Anyway, wow, and I'm impressed. He went to get some original control arms there from Ford. Wow, I am impressed. I did not expect that. Right, so this ball joint is going to be, of course, definitely harder than that one, but tell me that one wasn't bad. But I could be wrong. We're going to put it back together, and hopefully, I didn't drive the car. I came to diagnose overheating issue, which I just showed in the video, and then this is something that he wanted me to do while I'm here. So I don't know, we'll see if it makes a difference or not. I don't know. I haven't driven the car prior.